What is good? I mean, what is really good, my people? It is UK. Shut up, brother. Dr.blick, the darkest man. Who around us today, guys? I'm here with Venge for Wilberg. Say hi to the people, man.
Hey, what is going on, bros and bras? This is your boy Venge for Wilberg here, and I'm with Dr. Blick. So, yo, Dr. Blick, thanks for having me, my dude.
No problem, man. It's always great to have you on the channel. And today we're going to pretty much be talking about why you shouldn't really sleep on this game just yet. And most of the stuff we're going to say is pretty obvious. It's pretty out there because we haven't played the game, because we don't know whether the game is going to be good or bad. I meant bad. we don't know at this stage. So
it's
kind of it's kind of hard for us to pinpoint our opinions with facts because we haven't played the game. We're just looking at visuals. And that's the same thing with the people hating the game. Like, me and Avatar made a video on, like, pretty much ranting on what people are saying about the game. So me and Venge, we're gonna try and look at it from both points of view and then try and debunk it if we can, or accept it if we can, because we're not gonna sit here saying that this game has no issues, this game is gonna be perfect, this game is gonna be good, because we can't guarantee you that this game is gonna be good. Like, we can say that we think it's gonna be good, but we can't guarantee it because we haven't played it yet. But as a whole, Venge, what is one of the main reasons why you feel that you shouldn't sleep on Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker?
My biggest reason is because, oh, that's kind of hard because I have quite a few reasons. One of the biggest reasons why I see this game as something that you shouldn't sleep on is because of the fact that it is something different and it is not like Storm. I mean, like, the thing that really got me was the answer to my question in terms of gameplay. Like, my biggest question when I saw that 14-minute gameplay clip was, where's the gameplay at? I need to see at least give me something to give me an idea of what this game is going to be like. And like, to debunk one thing that some of the other channels has been saying about quote-unquote combos that I usually just call attack strings, but you know, that's just me, is that the characters only have one combo. But after looking at the gameplay, it clearly shows that every character has more than one combo. I'm just gonna say combo since that's what everybody pays attention to in Storm. Like, the combos, like how many combos they have more than one, so that practically debunks that. But the biggest thing that I want to mention when it comes to answering your question was the way the jutsus was implemented, because I actually loved it. I mean, like, the fact that every character has a variety of jutsus to work with. Not one, not two. What was it, like 5? It looked like 4. I think about a good 4 jutsus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Avengers. One thing you gotta bear in mind, they have jutsus that we haven't seen in a Storm game, like Giant Rasengan and many more. I can't really remember stuff off the top of my head, but it has techniques that we haven't seen. And even Conan can fly. Conan can fly. Like bruh. Like, Conan can fly. Did you see the way she used her ability, bruh? Like, she was flying in the air. Like we've never seen stuff like that before. Like, there's some cool stuff that people are kind of sleeping on. And another thing I gotta say before I give it back to you is the fact that they were playing against the computer. So, like, it looking like a hack and slash was more or so you playing that certain type of mission. Obviously, there's a mission that is called 4v4. I'm not really too sure how it's going to be laid out because we haven't seen the 4v4 aspect of it. We've just seen the boss battle mode. That's the only mode we've seen. And you can't say a game's bad just because you've seen one game mode. That's like me going into FIFA and judging it for it being bad because there's a career mode where you can only control one person. That's not the whole entire base game. That's just a feature of the game that you can do. It's not the whole game, it's a feature. Like, people need to take that into consideration. We haven't seen the whole main aspect of how the game's gonna work in terms of other game modes, because this out of all the game modes is the least hype game mode, because most game modes that people that are, or should I say the game modes that people are getting hyped for is stuff like capture the flag, the whole aspect of playing with your team, and border battle mission. The game mode that they showed was probably I would say it's gonna be as fun as freaking One Piece Burning Blood's what's that game mode that no one played, Venge? I can't remember what it was called.
Was it like Pirate Flag?
Yeah, Pirate Flag. That was Pirate Flag. No one played that game mode. No one touched it. People didn't like the story mode, but it didn't make the game bad. It just made that feature bad. That's what people need to take into consideration. Some game modes are more appealing to look than others, and some aren't. Like, that's the way it is. And people with the whole hack and slash, that's them playing offline. It's not gonna be like that online, at least for other missions. That's what I think personally. But I kind of took it off you. I'm gonna give it back to you to continue what you were saying.
Okay, so what I was saying was basically I kind of got it wrong. I thought it was like 4 jutsus, but it looks like it's more like 3. I guess the biggest question is before battle, do you have the ability to choose what kind of jutsus could be used? It's really hard to say right now. But the gameplay at least confirmed that there's literally 3 real-time jutsus that you can use. Not jutsus that you have to land in order to get it off, like in Naruto Storm, where, you know, the ultimates. Yeah. Basically, for every character, you have to get that initial hit before the whole ultimate cinematic starts. The dope thing about this game is just the fact that every jutsu is usable. You don't have to touch anybody. They're real-time jutsus, you know, that's available for use in a particular situation. Like, based off of what I've seen and thought about as you was talking, was Naruto's like giant Rasengan, right? Now, from the way it looks as if the giant Rasengan is like his strongest move, because of the fact that, you know, the way they ordered it, and it looks as if the giant Rasengan is basically the bigger icon, basically giving you an idea that that's like his strongest attack, has the best range or something like that. That's my thought. I find that very interesting. And another thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is every jutsu has a specific cooldown, which is actually good too. So it's not like every jutsu can be just like spammed one after the other. There's a cooldown period, which I thought was nice. But here's the thing that I want to bring up the most. Yeah! Oh my god! Like, the thing that I really love about this game is the movement. Now, people cannot tell me that people was not asking for wall running. Like, during the Storm series, ever since the first game, there have been people asking for wall running for years. And then Storm 4 comes out and, oh, they low-key are advertising wall running, but in a weird way. Nobody really knew for sure if it was going to be an in-game feature or not. And then it turns out that wall running was nothing but a story mode feature. And even then, the wall running didn't look that smooth to me. It was better than Storm 1, but it still wasn't that GOAT to me. And the fact that they utilized it in a unique way in this game to the point where it's an option to get around, like, quickly. And the angle that they use, bro, like, as you're running, it's like you get a nice view of the land and everything, especially if you see something big heading your way. It just has a nice dynamic to it. It's very clean. The transition from the ground to the wall, from the air to the wall, is very clean. You can even use shuriken that literally allows you to close the gap faster in order to grip the wall. It looks very good. I just love it. And it's like, it suits the game well. And then when you look at the environment overall, it's massive, very big. It's and not only that, they even added pitfalls, so you have to be aware of your surroundings too. So that's more Naruto-esque, if you catch my drift. Like when you look at like Storm, because that's all we've been getting. Like, that game really didn't feel like much of a Naruto game, and it just looks like Shinobi Striker is giving you that. It feels more like a Naruto game in every way.
I totally agree with everything that you said, but there's one thing I gotta ask you that we gotta kind of talk about. What? Is the graphics, because that's the biggest thing that a lot of people have been talking about, the biggest complaint, the biggest problem. And yeah, let me put this out there. The graphics doesn't look the best. It could look better. Like, they could put more emotion into their faces, in terms of Naruto having a bland face, looking dead in the eyes, like it's PlayStation 2. Yeah, they can improve that. But overall, what they were trying to go for is not like Storm, like what they were trying to do with Storm. Storm was trying to be more accurate towards the anime. But this game is trying to be accurate towards the manga. You can tell by the shading. You can tell by when they're attacking, text come up like they do in manga panels when someone's getting attacked. They did the same thing with Burning Blood, but Burning Blood kind of did it differently because Burning Blood wanted to fuse anime and manga stuff together, which it did successfully in terms of visuals. But this game, in terms of visuals, Venge, just put your thoughts out there about it, bruh.
You know what? I'm just gonna be as real can get right now. Cause like when it comes to me and gaming overall, cause I'm a gamer. You know, I played video games before probably a lot of the younger people were born, or they were just born. Cause I was around back when the NES first came out, like the Nintendo system. Graphics is not everything. That's the thing that a lot of people are so stuck on. And one of the things that I will say about Storm is it has always been an aesthetically pleasing game. But I feel like with the Storm series, they focus more on the aesthetics of Naruto versus the gameplay. It's there. Like when you look from every reiteration of Storm, or every new version of Storm, they really don't dramatically change the game enough for me to believe that they care that much for the gameplay. It's like they only try to fix the things that people botch about. That's pretty much all they try to do. And sometimes they do well with that, and sometimes they just fail horrifically. And then when I look at this game, it's the opposite. They're focusing more on the gameplay aspect. This game is completely different. They're focusing on how you can use the environment, the terrain, the fact that every character has something different to bring to the table. Because when I look at Storm, every character practically plays the same. I'm sorry, but they practically do. The only difference between like the characters in Storm is like how their awakenings work and how much priority their combos and jutsus has. But that's practically it. Every character did not feel unique to me. There was only like a handful of characters in the Storm series that made me think, oh, this character is pretty dang unique. You know what I mean? Like, so with that said, I just feel like every character is going to have their own style, an ability, like different skills that will actually be suitable for a team. Like when you assemble your team, it's all about creating that synergy, how one character can complement the other and vice versa, and even knowing how to utilize every character's strength to the best of their ability to help the team win whatever objective is placed before them.
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. Like, as a whole, we are not saying that this game is going to be amazing. We are not saying that this game is going to be perfect. We are not saying that this game is gonna be in depth, because by the looks of things it looks pretty simple. It looks like a pretty simple Naruto game. Like, it doesn't look that in depth, it doesn't look that crazy outlandish, and it really does seem like a game that will be heavily based around super moves, if anything. But as a whole, when it comes down to me, I do feel that every game deserves a chance, especially with this game, because it doesn't look that bad in my opinion. It doesn't look amazing. It's not like Dragon Ball FighterZ where they have the whole visual looking like the anime, because they're trying to go for that. Like, that's what they're trying to do, and they're trying to make it a fighting game at the same time. Like, this game is so different to the point that people don't even know what to class this style game. A lot of people say it's a hack and slash, but like I said, it's hard to judge it for being a hack and slash when it's meant to be 4v4, and these people are playing offline, and they're playing one game mode where you're fighting a boss, and then we're meant to judge the game. That's unfair. That's like me judging Storm based on a boss battle. Is that fair? Or me judging Storm based on adventure mode. Is that fair? No, it's not fair, because that's not the main aspect of the game. And same with this game. This game is built to have a variety of different ways to play the game. It's not just like certain ways to fight. It's not just beat up your opponent. It has objectives as well, like you do in ninja missions as well. But as a whole, I think that's it, unless Venge has anything else to add.
You kind of already touched on it, but I'm just gonna try to piggyback off of it a little bit, like what you said about objectives. Like, this is where this game is going to be more unique. It's a more objective based game. Like, you know, the obvious example that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use it again because of the simple fact that there's a lot of people that knows what this game is, so they understand where I'm coming from. Like, it just once again, it just reminds you of Overwatch. Overwatch is more of an objective based game. There's like certain objectives that has to be met in order for your team to win. It's not about destroying your opponent and all of that crap. It's more about teamwork and being able to, you know, put your variety of skills together. Like, the characters that you pick, you work together, use the skills to the best of your ability to help the team, and that would improve your chances of winning. Like, another example of this would be Splatoon 2. That's another example. Like, you're not gonna win by just running around mercilessly taking out your opponents. The main objective to win in one of the modes is to literally cover the entire, you know, cover more of the arena with your ink versus, you know, the other team's ink. It's objective based. That's why I'm so interested in this, because they're finally bringing something different to the table. I mean, like me, I understand that people like the whole competitive aspect of gaming, and they feel like that's the thing that helps these games live. I mean, but I mean, after a while it gets boring. Like, especially with Storm. I mean, it's basically the same thing every version. They just try to change it up some kind of way so that it feels different. But for people that played the game for years, I mean, they're practically gonna get bored a lot faster than someone that never played a Storm game in their life. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna end it there so I don't ramble on too much.
Okay, so guys, that's pretty much the video. If you guys liked what we had to say, if you guys disagree or agree, leave it down in the comment section below, because I want to know what you guys think about this. And also make sure you check out Venge's channel, because you'll see Tekken, and also you'll see some cool live streams as well. So make sure you check out his channel. Link to that will be in the description below. I highly recommend it. And yeah, let me just wrap up this video. So please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please leave a like, rate, and enjoy this video. And yeah, this UK Chocolate Brother will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.